All right, Morgan, how about over at CommScope? First of all, tell us what CommScope is, and then tell us what you all are doing, what you're seeing in regards to 5G across the federal service.
Absolutely. Well, CommScope is a radio network equipment supplier. We are one of the few, if only in the United States, that are truly a system original equipment manufacturer. We've historically played in spaces in the physical layer, so supplying the cabling, the antennas, and these sorts of things for networks. But in more recent times, the past 10 years, we've moved into other spaces. We're actually doing the radio equipment itself. So we develop and design base stations and whole networks from the remote unit to the distributed unit to the central unit for 4G and 5G networks. And we also work really in the indoor space, probably as our dominant position. And that's providing in-building coverage, whether it's in the form of small cells or in the form of DAS equipment, which is distributed antenna equipment. And what we do for the federal government is a variety of things. We're an equipment supplier, not just on the 5G side of the world, but on 4G side of the world, but also in the Wi-Fi space. We mentioned earlier, Wi-Fi 6, very interesting. Wi-Fi 6E, again, very interesting. We have product portfolios for these areas as well. What we try to do is provide ubiquitous coverage to whatever facilities or campuses we are asked to serve, and allow effectively any device to connect anywhere, anytime in the most efficient method that it can. So if that means bringing in commercial service for various purposes, commercial services brought in. If that means a private network, we do private networks. I think for 5G specifically, it's kind of a unique time because we've spent the last four or five decades connecting people, and now we're having to connect everything else. And that means we have to be a lot more efficient in our air interface, using the spectrum more efficiently. And somebody spoke earlier about new spectrum that's coming out. So the CBRS spectrum, which is shared between the military and the private sector, is now being auctioned. And in fact, we provide software solutions to help manage that between the government and other networks, and also the equipment that then runs on these networks. All in all, I guess providing this at a not just cost-effective, but a easy to install, easy to maintain solutions, so that it can grow and change and migrate as the needs change, as the use cases change from today being human-centric to tomorrow being computer or IoT-centric, to some of the virtual reality and virtual augmentation type of applications that are necessary to help drive remote drones or remote things that require really low latency and really reliable services. Are all things that CommScope helps with.